Hello there, everyone. Ashnclash here. Welcome back to the 14th episode of the Ashncast. Today, I'm joined by my boss, Just Too Good,
Yes, he's finally admitted to it.
who fired me last week. If you didn't hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually why we didn't. We took a week off to add to the effect, I would say, of our April Fool's joke. Right? That was the idea.
It was not an April Fool's joke. You are still fired.
I'm still fired. There's definitely not a series coming out tomorrow or the day of.
So by tomorrow, I think. Okay, now I'm just confused. All right.
So yeah, that was. How do you think that went over?
What I mean,
we
were very genuinely sad of your firing. I mean, I don't blame them, but that March Madness, yeah.
There was some Civil War stuff happening when I went live. Like they were bringing back the slurs that we were talking about when we were going for the March Madness. The Bug Boy. How could Bug Boy do this?
Specious.
All this stuff. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was nice to see the support. Like even for you, like I got a couple comments on my videos like F you, why would you leave Just Too Good? I'm like, this is days after. I'm like, it's fake, and I don't know if they ever responded, but yeah, it was good. I'm sorry for scaring some kids. I know.
Oh, don't worry, dude.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to a happier topic of a movie that you are hoping gets Lego sets for. We're gonna talk Angry Birds 2.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so hyped. The trailers for this look so amazing. I mean,
definitely not forgettable.
Greatest. I know. I mean, I've seen them every day for the past 5 days. Like
you have a playlist going, right? And it goes between Endgame, Toy Story 4, and then this.
And then this one. Yeah.
But you have it like twice in the playlist, so you can see it more.
I'm analyzing it too. Like you can see like characters from the first one and everything. Like,
and what sets we're gonna be getting for sure, right?
Oh, dude, the ice castle. That's gonna be a set
for sure.
The bird mobile,
because those sets sold so well. They were
on
all of the lists for Christmas, like top selling.
Every kid wanted them.
Every
kid wanted them.
Yeah, every kid. But yeah, this looks dumb, and I don't know why they're making this. Is the app even relevant still? Is it? Do you think it's relevant still? The app, like the game in general.
Probably as much as like like with little kids probably, but like the first movie made money, so they're like, okay, we gotta make a second one.
I guess. It did make a lot. I don't. Do you know how much? This is your movie. This is your.
I know. I definitely saw it in theaters and not when it came out on DVD.
I fell asleep during it, and it wasn't in theaters, but yeah, I couldn't be bothered.
73 million budget, 352.3 million. That is more than Lego Movie 2. So.
Yeah, and Lego Movie 2 isn't even showing here anymore.
I think the last day was like last week because there was some guy on Twitter who saw it. I think he said he saw it 60 times.
60 times?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I went a lot, but
yeah.
my 4 or 5 times. I don't know. That's crazy.
60 crazy stuff, dude. I'm telling you.
But yeah, what did you think of the trailer? Are you excited to see old Red back and?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this one.
And whatever else that movie is.
Red and the eagle, the giant eagle.
The giant eagle.
What's the yellow? Is the other one yellow?
Yeah, I don't.
Chuck. No, his name's Chuck.
There you go.
Who can forget Chuck by Josh Gad? Yeah.
How many sets were there?
Really great stuff. There was 6.
Wow, that is.
I legitimately
6 too many.
Like the sets. People hate the sets, but I like the sets. I think the sets are great.
Excellent. Do you have anything to add on this trailer? On all your hype for it?
Isn't it like Leslie Jones gonna be voicing the big villain?
Oh my goodness! Well, at least someone's hiring her after all the stuff she said.
Yeah, what a great person in general. So
yeah, fantastic.
So
I don't even know. Is just Josh Gad, and I know Peter Dinklage voiced the Mighty Eagle.
All of them are coming back. I think all of them are coming back.
Really?
Yeah, like Jason Sudeikis. He was advertising Angry Birds 2 at the Kids' Choice Awards, the most legitimate award ceremony ever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
One day when you win and you get slimed, accepting the YouTubers one, then you'll say it was legitimate.
I mean, it's just there's so many big names in this. Like, Nicki Minaj is going to voice somebody. I don't know why.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like I don't. I mean, I understand it's a great movie, so you can't crap on it.
No, it's impossible. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely nothing wrong with this.
And guess what? It's by the people. It's by Sony Pictures Animation.
Wow. Well, they did just have a huge hit.
They did, They've done. It was called the Emoji Movie. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes, that
What's
was
weird
definitely
is
the
that
movie
Sony
I was
Pictures-
referring to.
Yeah, Sony Pictures Animation did not do the first movie.
Oh no! Did they
But,
buy
yeah.
the rights to it?
No, they I think Sony distributed it,
They're like, please take
Yeah.
this off our hands.
and it was Rovio Animation and Columbia Pictures.
Oh, I see. They have their own
But-
animation studio.
Yeah, but now it's Sony Pictures Animation. They're doing this. Their next feature film.
Boy,
It's
oh
us.
boy, that's so exciting.
Yeah, some movie called.
Glad that
Wish
they're not
Dragon,
working on
China.
actually good sequels like Spider-Verse or different things.
I don't know. I mean, the sequels they said for Spider-Verse, I don't even know if I'm hyped for those. Like,
I'm just
The
want
Gwen
a sequel
Stacy
to it.
movie.
I don't care about the spin-offs. I want a sequel to it.
yeah, I could do that. I just want them to take their time though.
Yeah, for sure.
Because yeah. But then again, maybe if they take too long, it'll screw them up like Lego Movie 2. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
terms of
Watch this transition. Speaking of Lego Movie 2 people and the directors of the first movie and the fired directors of Solo, we have episode 9 pictures of
That
the
was a
suits.
That was a stretch.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
a
you.
big
That
stretch.
was great. That we have some outfits.
What, the leaked poster?
Yeah, the poster. And I guarantee you next week the Ashncast will be talking about the trailer.
I know. I think it's Tuesday,
for episode
right?
9. Oh, I don't know what day celebration is. Is it already starting tomorrow or Tuesday?
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's Friday, April 12th. That's the day of the.
Yeah, I thought it was the
episode
weekend.
9 trailer.
All right.
And you know what's crazy? We're gonna find out the name of it too.
Yeah, we already know it though. I told you.
What is it?
It's
Okay,
Force
it's gonna be that
Awakens is
stupid
not-
Force Awakens from the
from his
dead.
nap.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I knew it from his nap.
Yeah, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi from his nap. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. But yeah, it's weird. We've waited a long, like it's been longer than I think for the other ones.
I guess is this just what they like doing? Like just dropping the name during the trailer. Like it's probably going to say Star Wars Episode 9 as a title because remember the Avengers Endgame trailer was just called Marvel's Avengers 2019.
Yeah.
So, I guess this is just Disney's new favorite thing. Let's save the name for that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this yet. We'll wait and see what the trailer shows and everything.
Really? What do you mean?
Just my general feelings towards it. Like, they're bringing Lando back, and come on, he's gonna die.
You think they're going to kill him off?
Gonna kill him off.
I think they're tired of that. They're like, we can't keep doing this. Like, you know.
But Luke's back.
Cool down.
He's doing something. If
I know,
he's a
he's
Force
on the
ghost
casting
or he's
list.
doing whatever. I would love just more flashbacks. Like, I thought that's where that movie was gonna go.
Oh, with like the Knights of Ren and crap?
Yeah. Knights of Ren are on the poster, so that's exciting.
That is true.
Hopefully.
It's like the one thing they haven't explored, you know? It's like,
Mhm.
oh, shoot, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they didn't even explore. Listen, my expectations for this are so low. No pun intended.
agree. There's
but
I like The Last Jedi, but there's just I'm not looking forward to this one. Like, it's
Yeah.
like
I think that I
nothing-
raised my expectations for episode 8, like for answers wise, like who are Rey's parents and who's Snoke? What has he been doing? Like, and then to get nothing. So with this, I'm like, where's Lando been? I'm like, I'm not even going there because I don't necessarily care because I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know, but I think it's interesting to see that he's wearing an outfit very similar to the Solo one. It's got a cane. The poster had C-3PO with the bandolier and the bowcaster, which is strange. Supposedly he has a bigger role in this one.
That's interesting.
But yeah. Anything else that you noticed? Supposedly Rey's a new lightsaber or something?
Nope. I have very little comments on this one. I'm just waiting for the trailer. You know, the most thing I'm hyped for is the name. I just want a cool name. Give me a cool name.
Hopefully it will.
Yeah.
What else do we have here? We have David Harbour, Hellboy's own, and Stranger Things is. He is joining, Black Widow.
That is true. Yeah.
As well as some other people. I think he's for sure joined. I think there was other rumored things.
Who was it?
It was someone from The Mummy I saw.
Rachel Weisz, is that it?
I don't know the name. But
I think that was her.
There was something else as well. Oh, they cast Angelina Jolie in Marvel's.
It was Rachel Weisz.
Marvel's Eternals.
Yeah.
Which I know nothing about the characters of that, and nor do I have.
That's gonna be a hard sell.
So
you need like a star for that one. So I think that's a good.
Yeah. There was someone else. Oh, Jay from the Lego Ninjago movie is also being eyed for a role.
Oh, eyed?
Or he is in it. I don't remember. One of the two, but
that's interesting.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see him in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. It's weird. To me. What else? So yeah, I think David Harbour could be playing Taskmaster. I mean, he might be a little too old for that to do all the moves and stuff.
That's what you think?
I think that he's gonna be a villain for sure.
Really? I thought he would just be like a nice guy.
I don't know. He looks like a villain. I don't know. I don't know. That's the vibe that I get from him. At least with all the pictures they're showing as well. Like, to go inside with, like, we cast him in this. I don't know. It looks very villainy. But, yeah, what else do we have? Sorry. My computer timed out. Oh, Morbius. Did you see the first look at Morbius? The teaser that Jared Leto posted? It is literally
There was a first look? Really?
It is literally just Jared Leto in the streets.
Let me see.
With cars passing by him.
Oh, yes, dude. I can't wait. This is going to be so good. Dude, yes. Morbius. He's my favorite character.
You know all about him.
Yeah, dude. Who doesn't? I mean, it's Morbius.
Morbius, the living vampire. Aren't you so excited about that?
Dude, yeah.
Probably,
dude, I can't
probably
wait.
more than Star Wars, right?
Well, no. Venom 2 is my hyped, and then like Morbius. There will be carnage. I mean, I can't wait. It's gonna be epic. Yeah.
You still
haven't seen that movie.
I know.
You got to. I mean, that's part of the MCU. You just gotta.
It is not a part of the MCU.
Yeah, it is. It's so important, dude. Tom Holland shows up. He's like, "Hey, what's up? You want some pizza?"
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah. And then it has Spider-Verse in it. So
it's
that
true.
I can't even. Yeah.
But does it though? Does it?
Yeah.
Does it count?
Yeah, it does count. Please see it. Please watch it.
I honestly, I don't know. And were we doing the podcast back then? Because maybe I can get out of this next thing.
I think we were. Is this gonna be?
This
Joker?
is the same tie-in. This is the exact reason why I didn't see Venom. I am not hyped for this Joker movie. I think
can't.
that
You're the
it looks.
only person.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. When I posted stuff on my story, I got so much feedback from people saying like, "Good, I'm not the only one." Oh, it made me so happy. Because first of all, technically Batman is in it. I don't know if you heard this, but the kid that he sticks his dirty fingers in his mouth is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I heard.
So I guarantee that's at Wayne Manor. People are saying that he terrorizes the Waynes. Okay, so why is it good, Justin?
Why is it good? Because it doesn't look like any other superhero movies I've seen before, and it looks like it has an interesting plot that goes into, I don't know, it looks like it's almost
Interesting
like,
plot.
I mean, I've heard this like said before the trailer came out. I think like the director said it's about like a guy slowly like giving into mental illness or something.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see this from the trailer, and I'm like, wow, that's like an interesting take. Like
Um.
we're seeing this guy go insane in a way,
Mhm.
and I think that's so interesting. It doesn't look like it's trying to be this big, oh, he has to save the world, oh, he's actually secretly a hero, or any of that. It just shows like it's like almost like a character study in a way of like,
Right.
again, this person whose society just looks down on him, and it drives him to be this terrible thing at the end, I would assume. So I think it looks awesome. It looks like it's interestingly shot too. The music was great, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Don't get me wrong about that. Like I think this is gonna be a great movie. That's just it's not my Joker. That's and people are like, you can't say that, you haven't seen the movie. I'm like, I can make a judgment off of the trailer. I'm literally, that's why they put them out, is to get people to go into the theaters. And if I didn't have the podcast, would I be going? Probably not, because I'm not interested in this.
Well, you said it's going to be a good movie.
Well, so here, this is my thing, is that if it's not DC, and if it's not, to me, if you take away the fact that it's the Joker and that it's taking place in Gotham City, and oh look, here's Arkham and here's blah blah blah, Thomas Wayne, if you take that away, this reminds me of like Split, like just like a movie like that, and those aren't the movies that I watch. Like it's just not something that interests me. So if you take that stuff away,
well, two things. Do you want it to be? You say it's not your Joker, but what's? So have they ever done your Joker before in the movies?
the closest thing would be Jack Nicholson.
And I mean, that still wasn't your Joker per se, like verbatim. Do you want one straight out of the comics, like?
I just would like one that they're not trying to do this gritty take on, like. So we got Jared, or not Jared, sorry, Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger we got. I'm not, like, I think that's a brilliant performance. I think that he 100% deserved the Oscar for the performance. Is that the Joker? No. Like, yes, it's great about all, like, his performance and he, whatever. He's not falling into the vat of acid. He doesn't have this relationship with Batman where Batman's not a part of his origin. He's not.
I'd rather them. I guess it's two different viewpoints. I'd rather them make the best they can make and something creative and something original than do something that is more accurate to the comics but limits their creative idea. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it, because all these great movies, you know, they don't, a lot of these superhero movies in general, they're not like the comics in a way, or at least as far as I know.
No.
But that's because the creator, like the directors and the writers, they put their own vision into it and they make something special out of something that was special in the comics, of course, but it's interpreting it to movie form. You know, you can't make something exactly like the comics because the comics are a different medium as is the movies. You know, they're something you flip through and you look and you read and stuff like that. And that's just a different medium in general than, say, an hour and 20 minute, 2 hours and 20 minute long movie. So just go as creative as you want. If you want to take the idea of a character like the Joker and sort of do a different take on it, I'd rather see that than them do something similar to the other movies, honestly.
But what other movies?
Well, okay, this one you said is almost like Heath Ledger's, and I don't think it's like that at all, because we don't know the backstory of Heath Ledger's. You know, the whole point was that he would different.
Well, wait, don't you know the origin of his story, that his wife is sick and that's why he cut his mouth or stupid thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know his origin.
Yeah.
But the thing that, another aspect of the Joker is literally, a big part of that is that he is unknown. His origin is unknown. He's telling every time he's being interviewed or whatever, like by psychiatrists and stuff, he's constantly telling a different story, which is, they're saying that they're taking this from The Killing Joke, and that's like a struggling comedian whose wife is pregnant and dies, and then all it takes is one bad day, blah, blah, sends him into insanity. But I definitely see the parallels here. Like, obviously, like, his mom's gonna die, whatever. And that's probably what's gonna tip him over the edge, because the one good thing in the world...
they are taking some aspects.
Yes, but I think at the core is that the Joker doesn't have an origin in terms of you don't know where he comes from or who he is, because in Arkham, when you go through and you're walking down the hallways, you see Two-Face underneath, aka Harvey Dent, like Pamela Isley, Poison Ivy, blah blah blah. You go to the Joker, underneath it says unknown, because that's a part of who he is. You don't need...
Well, you said, there are origins of him.
No, there is different... It's like, in that, it's showing different origins of it. Like, it's unknown. Here, you're getting a definitive... Here's Arthur Fleck. Here he is, struggling comedian, blah blah.
But to me, I think them surrendering that, which I think they know this.
Fine, yeah. You can't really make a movie about that.
I feel like, personally, deep down inside, I feel like they might acknowledge this and make, like, somewhere in the third act, they're going to make it, like, almost like, wait, what? So it's, like, almost like he's an unreliable, I don't think he's narrating the movie, but like an unreliable narrator. It's like, maybe this isn't what we think it is, and maybe this is just a crazy person. Maybe what we just saw in the first 2 acts is not what really went on. I feel like they might do that in the movie. But even if they don't, like, they could surrender that aspect of him and make this really interesting, okay, what if the Joker did have an origin here? Which, this is almost like a what-if movie in general, because I think you said it was in Worlds of DC, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like it is.
Yeah, well, so no, it is, and that's literally what you just described, is the what-ifs. It's just, it's
like a what-if.
So that if these things do well, they can merge them, if they wanted to, via Flashpoint or whatever.
I see. Okay, so as just a one-off, what if, we did tell the Joker's origin? What if the Joker was, we made a Joker movie? What I saw is really interesting, and I'm more hyped than any other Superman movie this year besides Endgame.
More than Spider-Man.
Yes. I already said the Spider-Man trailers were fine, but, like, nothing really stood out to me with it. Like, whatever. But Endgame is still on top. What else do we have, though, besides those?
Nothing, I don't think. Birds of Prey isn't even this year. Because
dang, they should really take advantage of those the second half of this year.
Mm. Like and Marvel should have spread it out more.
Yeah. Legit, yeah.
Like Captain.
I mean, I was at one point I was thinking they were going to do, like, in the beginning of the year I thought they were going to do an October release, but I guess that mystery October release went to whatever that stupid movie is. What is it that Disney is releasing?
There's
Maleficent 2.
Oh, yeah. Don't they have, like, Artemis something another and...
Oh, that's in August.
But no, listen, to me, it's not even about the unknown thing. Like, that is a minor quarrel, and I know they can't put that in the movie. Mm-hmm. But I like Gotham a lot, and I love the guy's performance in that. I don't want to know his origin. He does, like, Bruce Wayne is involved in that Joker's origin. Here, you can't have that. If he's already becoming the Joker, there's no area to have Batman be involved, because he is this 6-year-old kid. And
well, I know, but I don't think they need to.
What makes the Joker interesting is that they are two sides of a coin. And even in The Dark Knight, they still have that. Like, they still have that sense of...
I don't think that's what makes the Joker interesting, though. Because a lot of people liked, I didn't like it, Jared Leto and the Suicide Squad, and Batman was not even in the same scenes as him, right?
Yeah.
Or was the Harley Quinn scene...
Well, yeah, they had the...
Yeah. But I don't think you need that. I think, this might be something that makes something, like, sort of... I'm trying to think of a way to put this in, like, a movie term, because I know a lot of video game examples of this, but, like, this... Well, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, like, this might make stuff that we're going to start associating with the Joker in the future, where it's like, oh yeah, this right here. Like, a lot of people associate, for example, Heath Ledger's Joker, like, oh, you want to get these scars and everything. We associate that with the Joker now.
Yeah, but nothing ever brought into anything. To my knowledge, like, you mean, like, in the future of, like, comics, like, this is going to change the like Joker's origin?
You know how Nick Fury's black in the Ultimate Comics? Yeah. And that was made because of the MCU.
Kind of.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. I know it was made, like, it was planned ahead of time. So this might be something where it's like in the future we're like, oh yeah, remember this iconic part of the Joker, and it's actually from this movie. No. They added to the lore of the Joker.
That never happened with the Dark Knight, and that was so beloved. It ain't gonna happen here.
Well, I'm saying in general, a lot of people associate the Joker. They're like, they quote a lot of the Dark Knight lines or whatnot that the Joker said. But what I'm trying to say here is that it's just another. You still have the comics that have all these faithful interpretations.
I don't even
This is
care
just-
about the comics. I don't read comics. It's not that. It's this. I'm talking about the core of the character. The core of the character is he's two sides of the same coin with Batman, right? It's their relationship. That's what it's.
But is
It's
every
like Venom,
interpretation
you
like
can't-
That? Is every interpretation like that? And as we showed with Jared Leto's, no, it isn't.
Well, you never had a chance, I would say, and that's not a.
Yeah, but people still love that.
No,
for
no
what it
one
is.
loves him. No one
Oh,
loves him.
I do not. But the Joker, like, if you're an edgy 15-year-old, oh my gosh, like that. Do you know how many stuff he sold at Hot Topic? Like, he was a marketing monster. the
I think
Joker from
prior,
Suicide
not
Squad.
afterwards. I would say.
Afterwards, yeah, people loved him. I don't. Again, I don't. But
I don't
for
know,
example,
that
I
one,
mean,
Chief.
like the Harley Quinn from the movies, I would assume is not like the one from, I guess, the comics, right? Is it? I don't know. But people love that interpretation of Harley Quinn, Iron Man is probably not like the ones from the comics. People like that movie interpretation. It's okay to be a little bit different and unique and stuff like that with what you make out of the characters from the comics. And at the end of the day, you still have these different versions that you can enjoy, the old versions or the new versions or the one from this movie or the one from that movie. And personally, I would like to see something fresh, which is what this looks like. It looks like a smaller movie. It looks like something more, again, like a character study, more so than any of these other superhero movies and stuff like that. And that's what makes it interesting to me. From what I saw in the trailer, it looked great, as in visually. It was an interesting concept, and that's a good trailer for me. I mean, it also had an interesting music choice. Like, I like that one. I like it when movies do the dark, but also it's a contrast of like, not happy stuff, but brighter stuff, like the color scheme, like the musical choice, like in if you ever saw American Psycho, when they do the hip to be square part, like that I love that. Like, that's just awesome. But okay.
There's something else I wanted to say about that. Yeah, there was a cool visual that someone said was he was walking, is it up or down? He was walking down the steps, when he was Arthur Fleck, and then he was walking up the steps as he was Arthur Fleck, and he was walking down the steps when he was in the Joker costume to represent his descent into madness.
See, that stuff is, I didn't even notice that. That's awesome. You see that
Yeah.
all these, all like Venom, like they don't think about this stuff. They don't think of anything like that. They don't think of any of the symbolism or anything like that. And then some of them think too much about it, like Batman v Superman, but that's another thing. But like that's just, you see where it's so subtle. It's like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even notice that. Like, like that makes me even more hyped. I love that. I'm so hyped for this movie. And they kept the budget low. It's $60 million, I heard. So lower budget means usually the higher the budget, the more pandering they have to make to a global audience. So they have to dumb down the plot for a lot of movies. That's another issue for another day.
I can see also them having Thomas Wayne become Batman if they do something like that in this. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of people saying that it's going to be flipped.
Yeah.
That he's going to kill Bruce and
that would be interesting.
And like Flashpoint.
If it was up to me, I don't even want Batman in here. I know, crazy. I don't even like. I want to see the Joker. Focus on the Joker, because if they put all this Batman stuff and all this it might feel shoehorned in. So, but I know you would probably want to see the Batman and stuff like that for accuracy.
It's not accuracy. It's just I want their relationship is some of the best parts of like it's like Batman and Robin. It's Batman and the Joker. It's just they're tied together, and to separate them like Venom, who gives a crap about Venom like by themselves? It's not. I don't care about the Joker by himself. I don't care about.
Well, I mean, the movie has to make you care. That's the whole thing, and this trailer made me care.
I don't know. Again, to me, it doesn't even boil down to like accuracy or anything like that. Like if he falls into the vat of acid. If I take a step back and I look at this as a movie, I would never in a million years watch this movie. Like it's just not something that interests me. Mm-hmm. Like I'm never gonna watch Split because it's not something that interests me, and all the M. Night Shyamalan movies. Mm-hmm. And to me, this feels like it's in the same sort of like psycho horror vein. Like obviously, it's not gonna. I don't even know if it's gonna be R-rated. It could be. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Knight wasn't R-rated.
To me, like it does have good storytelling, like the stairs things, like that's cool. It's just it's not a movie that I would want to see. Anyways, Shazam. What'd you think?
Yeah.
At this point, your Twitter
Sorry.
will be out, so
It was average. It's
Yeah.
like a 5. I said 6 out of 10 yesterday, but probably a 5. I don't know. The more I think about it, the less I like it.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I'm the opposite of you, actually, I would say. I came out of it like kind of more on it was good. Like it was good, but
Well, yeah, I saw your tweet. Your tweet was like, "I love him. It's the best thing I've."
but then when I thought about it more, and I'm like, I just watched a Shazam movie, and I'm like, that is something that I never thought in a million years would happen, and I'm like, I like reflecting on, I'm like, oh, it was so good. They had he's genuinely like perfect for that role.
Zachary Levi.
Levi, yeah.
Levi. Okay.
Levi, yeah.
I've been saying it wrong. Yeah.
I heard him say it in an interview, and now I know. But yeah, and I can agree with the Rotten Tomatoes score. That is like that should not be. It got a 97 right away. I'm sorry, that movie was
that's
not.
90% of, yeah, it's 90% of critics liked it or whatever.
That's crazy.
It's not like a 97 out of 100, but I'm just amazed so many critics liked it.
I'm seeing IGN giving it an 8.8, and they're like the only problem. I'm like, I like this a lot, but to give it an 8.8, I don't know. I would say that there's more to complain about than there is positive. I would say about this. Unfortunately, and I was really looking forward to this, but there were parts that were like, this is a great comic book movie, and I think that they did a lot of things that has never been done before.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest, and I shouldn't admit this. Yeah.
Is it spoilery?
Oh, first off, is it spoilery? Not really.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I missed the first 5 minutes.
Okay, I can catch you up on that in spoilers.
I got caught up with it from my understanding.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll discuss that in spoilers. So
you didn't miss much.
If that means my rating doesn't count, which is a perfectly acceptable opinion.
I would say it would lower your rating, to be quite frank.
Really? So it was worse.
Okay. I'm seeing everyone saying, and I don't understand this as a movie goer and lover, is that when they're like, the first part of the movie was horrible and it was off to such a slow and rocky start, but the rest of it was amazing and blah blah blah. I'm gonna give it this amazing score, 9 out of 10. You can't overlook the beginning.
Too. Legit, I saw that too.
Like I don't think you can overlook that. While I do think that okay, let's jump into spoilers because I feel like I'm gonna slip up here.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
To me, okay, 3, 2, 1.
2, 1, go. Okay, so what happened in the first 5 minutes? Let's do that.
Okay, sure. So it starts off. You're in a car, and it's a young kid. So I'm gonna paint this the way that without any information. So there's a young kid there. He's got glasses on.
Yeah.
He's got a dad in the front.
It's the guy. It's the main villain.
I know, but so my parents didn't realize that it was him, and they have a really interesting point about that. They thought that it was actually Billy, younger, and that's why he was orphaned or whatever, or put in the foster system, because his name sounds like a spell, Thaddeus Savannah. Like it sounds like a Harry Potter, Live Guardian, like Thaddeus Savannah, right? It's the same sort. So he says the name, and in the car they called him Thad. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I guess that wouldn't make sense to you. A couple other things then, if you missed that. Okay.
Which part? Because I got.
So yeah, I'll explain. So in the car then, in the car, they're talking about. They were making fun of him or something about. I don't know. They were just belittling him. Something. He was playing with the 8-ball. He was playing with the 8-ball. It's just the dad and the son and the brother in the front of the car.
Okay. Yeah.
He's playing with the 8-ball. They're like, this thing is dumb. Like, you actually believe in this thing, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then he throws it.
That's why the 8-ball was so prominent.
Yeah, that's why it was so prominent. Okay. And I think the brother takes it, and he's like, is he ever going to live up to whatever? And then it says, don't count on it or whatever. And then he tosses it back to him. he's only holding onto the 8 ball, and all these symbols start appearing on it. And then all of a sudden he looks up, and his dad and the brother are gone. And then he gets out, and then he goes up, talks to the wizard Shazam, and then he's like, Thaddeus Savannah, blah, blah, let's test if you're true of heart. And then he goes, reaches for the orb. He gets zapped by the wizard, and then the 7 deadly sins are talking to him, and he goes back into the car, and then he's like, what the heck? How did I get here? And then he starts freaking out, and the dad, like, he's like, shut up, son. And then he almost gets hit by a truck, and he swerves out of the way.
Wait. So the dad was there with the wizard?
No. So he goes back into, when he's like, you're not worthy, he immediately goes back into the car. And then it's like no time has passed, and he's like, what? How did I get here? Like, I was just in this palace, and they're like, shut up, you. And then they swear a bunch. And then so they almost crash, and he's like, you could have gotten us killed. And he's getting mad at him, and then all of a sudden, boom, they get hit, T-boned by a car, by just a car, I think. And the dad gets flung out the front window.
That's how he was in the wheelchair.
That's how he was in the wheelchair, yeah. Anyways, on the 8 ball it says, come find us, and it was a message from the 7 deadly sins. So
holy crap, that was 5 minutes. Whoa, that must have been
when did you jump in?
I miss.
When did you jump in?
Billy was in the foster home for the first time.
With the parents?
With the parents in the foster home?
Wait, like with the new people?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like 15-20 minutes in.
All right, well, I have an excuse, okay? It said it started at 7, and so I come 20 minutes. Usually I say, okay, if it's the trailers 20 minutes, the trailers are 20 minutes, so I came at 7:20.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And was it reserved seating for you?
It usually works. What?
Was it reserved seating?
Yeah.
Oh, see, we had to show up an hour early, and that was a whole debacle. It was just such a mess.
Wait, so what was after that then? What was after the car part?
Okay, let me think.
They
they showed him.
That's the dad.
They showed him. Did you?
He was the original.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm trying to replay everything. So I don't even know how it cuts to him. Oh wait, so you missed the part. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then I think it skips ahead, and it's I'm probably wrong about this, but it's Dr. Savannah. It's this lady. It's the scientist interviewing these random people on the screen.
I saw that.
You saw that part?
She had the most brutal death of ever. Yeah, I think that was after Billy was.
I thought, and then they said that he was searching for. Oh no! Okay, so he said. All right, okay, I'm good. I remember exactly what it was. So it cuts back to the wizard Shazam. He's like, go and find. I cast a spell to find me all those with true heart. Shazam logo, blah blah. Then it shows Billy Batson. He's not robbing. He pretends to call in the police, and he's like, hey, there's some robbers in this convenience store, whatever, or the antique store. I don't remember what it was. Mm-hmm. Like, they're at the back, and then he pulls down the gate and he locks the cops in. He jumps in the cruiser, and then he's searching Batson in the cruiser to find out where his mom lives, and then he goes up. He goes up to the door, and he's like, all right, what do I say? I don't remember what he says. And then he rings the doorbell finally, and he's like, I know. The lady inside, she's like, hello, who is it? He's like, Mom, it's me, your son. And opens the door, and it's this black lady, and she's like, I don't think so. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then the police come up, and they arrest him, whatever, and they throw him into the foster home. And then I think you're caught up now.
Okay, do you think I'm not able to rate this movie now because of that? Because I don't feel like I've missed anything from what you've explained. I mean, I literally got...
Well, the wheelchair thing and the 8 ball, I think, but that's about it.
Yeah, I got that
I guess that he was...
The dad was in a wheelchair, obviously. I got that was the dad. I got that he was supposed to be the original Shazam, or, have the powers. I got that all that stuff
Mhm.
from watching the movie.
Yep.
So.
Just besides that, and it was interesting to see him with the notebook and everything, writing it down in the address, because I think that would have more meaning if you got to see him, working up the courage to go talk to him. Even the later interaction when he actually does find his mom, I think would have helped to see that. But again, I did not like the beginning. I hated everything until Zachary Levi showed up. Like, genuinely disliked
Really?
everything. I was
really
just like the acting until he showed up. I don't know what was going on. The acting of that scientist is some of the worst I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh yeah, what, the female scientist?
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't say that. the scientist.
The way that she delivered her lines was
so
atrocious.
bad. Yeah, I remember that. But that was like the brutalest death ever. I was like,
and
holy
unexpected
crap.
too. It was out of
that
nowhere.
Was like, what is this thing of just brutal death? Like in the lighthearted ones, like Ant-Man. Remember when that guy turned into like a glob of ketchup? Not ketchup, but it was blood. But
yeah,
brutal.
This is not.
Brutal.
I wouldn't even say this is like. I think that this could have been a lot more family friendly, and a lot more. I don't know, because I see a lot of people. They're like, it's like Deadpool, and like they have it like it's all about family, and I'm like. I don't know. To me it was just there was so much going on that I'm like, this could have been a lot more lighthearted for who he is. First of all, normally he's 12 years old. He's not whatever he was, 14.
He was like what,
14, 15. So.
Well, I liked. Yeah, I mean, let me think. So, I can't remember much before Zachary Levi showed up.
You go to school.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, like
the sister.
The bullies come out and they hit. Yeah. Like. Yeah, there was a lot of generic stuff there.
I also saw that in the trailer, so I'm like, I already know like the beats of all this stuff.
I didn't go out of my way to look at the trailers, but I saw a lot of the stuff from the trailers as jokes and stuff. It's like, that's the thing. Can you not show stuff in trailers like that? Like.
But there was a lot more that they didn't.
That they didn't show.
Yeah. Like,
well, yeah, there's definitely surprises and stuff. I'm just saying, like,
no, I just meant the jokes, like, for that stuff. Like,
I
don't know about, like, the highlight for me was, so there's a lot going on with this movie that I think is different than anything else that we've ever gotten before. Because not only is he, like, you find out that he's rejected, right? Like,
who?
Okay, let me back up a bit. First of all, this is a movie, one of the only few superhero movies that he doesn't have a love interest, the main character.
Yeah.
Like, there's no love story going on, which I think is, it's just
Captain Marvel didn't have one.
Yes, and that was the only one that, in my knowledge in the MCU, when I was going through everything, I'm like, everyone else has a love interest. There's some love story going on.
Didn't really have one. I mean.
Well, Peggy and.
I don't know about that. That was like, that was a good scene when.
No, Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Oh gosh, you're right. That was bad in there.
And then there was something else where I was like. I don't know. I was trying to flip through everything, but so that was interesting to me. The other thing was that he was like his origin is that he's rejected. You know what I mean? Like normally it's you're orphaned or like your parents are still alive. Whatever you get these powers.
He's rejected.
He's rejected by his mom. Like he's unwanted.
Oh yeah, that.
Like Billy's unwanted.
Yeah.
Also.
Wait, so did we know that at the beginning? Because I found that out when he met he showed the backstory of his mom and everything later on in the movie.
I don't think you knew that, but I mean, it's not really hard to.
Yeah, well, I thought his mom was dead.
Oh, you thought she was dead?
But you were saying he was. Yeah, you were saying he was finding his mom. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until they said, "Oh, your mom's alive." Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So we didn't know if she was alive or not at the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't.
All right.
Did they? So you didn't see the flashback then?
Yeah, I saw the flashback. That was later on, right?
I don't remember.
With his mom? Yeah, that was way later on.
I might be a little more negative about this movie because I want it to end really quickly because I really had to go to the bathroom. Like, I have never been at that level. I was in genuine pain and discomfort, and I knew everything that was going to happen at the end thanks to Funko Pop dolls. And
did they show the other forms?
All 6 of the family.
Are you kidding me? They actually did?
I already knew from a Hasbro toy that I knew that Freddy turned into it. And then Funko, I thought maybe that was just a toy. Maybe they're just doing that. Then Funko releases like last week or the week before, all 6 of them. And I'm
They
like,
actually did that? I'd be ticked off if I was DC.
there's not even a Dr. Savannah Funko Pop. And they do that.
They did. I can't believe they actually did those.
So that
Wow.
ruined that for me.
I mean, that was one of the few surprises of the movie. Not in a good way, but that was definitely.
Yeah,
one of the
I don't think that
surprises.
was... And I think that it ruins the future of everything that Shazam can do.
I was like, what is? Are they going to be like the Guardians of the Galaxy of this universe? Like now they all have the powers. Like, it was some Power Rangers crap on.
I thought they were going to get them taken away at the end. Like,
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, it really bothered me. And I knew that it was coming the entire time.
Yeah,
And
I
it
didn't
was...
know it was coming. I was like, oh gosh, we're actually doing this.
It also made everything else... Again, I really had to... Like, I just wanted to go. But I also didn't want to miss anything. But I also... It was
see the
a whole
post-credits?
struggle. I waited, and I had to really contain myself and not laugh. Because I... Like, you know, the credits was a lot of fun. That's one of the...
Yeah.
Like, top 10 credits, I think, for me.
That was one of the highlights. 'Cause it was animated and crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of good jokes with like Batman and
Yeah.
different things. And I really had to like, oh no, Flash is there. And like it was great though. I ran out and then came back for the last one.
Are you going to see it again?
I feel like I should because
Serious?
I was really like honestly for more than half the movie I had to go. I needed to leave, but I couldn't bring myself to. So I might do it again. But yeah.
Yeah, you got to use the old piss and cup technique, dude.
There was still drink in it. I didn't even finish it. I couldn't even. I was at a conference earlier in the day, so I was drinking a lot of water there, and then.
Yeah, I always make sure to.
It's a
pee
downfall.
Right, like literally when the last.
I
screen
did.
ends and they start showing the little thing. I literally make sure I pee because I'm just like that.
I'm not drinking
Make it
all
part of
day for Endgame, especially
Yeah,
if it's 3 hours long.
too. I'm not gonna bring any food and drink to that. Like I'm going 100% focused on the movie. I'm so hyped for that. But a few things, the ending and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid when they all got powers and everything.
Yeah.
It was cheesy as heck.
Mhm.
The acting for a lot of the kids was bad.
A lot of the kids, like when they're younger, you're
yeah.
saying.
The foster kids were kind of bad.
Can I say something controversial? I think.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
hated Freddy. He was
You
so
hated Freddy?
annoying.
Really?
Oh
I was gonna say
my
the one I liked was
gosh.
Freddy. The one I liked was Freddy. That's the
No.
one kid I liked.
Like he had some moments, but a lot of other moments, I'm like, please shut up. Like
Really?
he was so
there was
annoying.
a few moments where there was a few moments where I was like that, but like for the most part, he was one of the few characters I really liked in the movie. Him and Zachary Levi as Shazam. I did not like Billy Batson. I thought how
Yeah,
Billy Batson
I didn't like-
the character was nothing like Shazam. And I get that point of it is that he becomes this different person, because he has these powers that literally but like there was no change.
They don't
in
change
Shazam
his
from the
personality
beginning of the
though.
movie to
They
the
don't
end.
change his personality.
Yes, exactly.
And I understand
Yes.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Like he should have acted like kind of edgy and stuff like Billy is at first as Shazam and then
Mhm.
grow into this guy and then it would make clear sense because that's what they're going for. But there was no change.
But-
It was just like Billy was a completely different person. Literally.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, which is a shame about that.
Yeah.
You just said something that I wanted to say. The chemistry though between the two of them was really great. Freddie
Freddie and
and
Billy? Yeah.
and Zachary Levi. I think that
between
was really
them.
good.
Yeah. No, yeah. Zachary Levi was great in my opinion.
Hmm.
I thought Freddie was really good for I thought
At times,
you said
at
he was
times, I think he was
Again,
really
he got annoying
over.
a little parts, but
Yeah.
I thought like the older sister, was probably like the worst actor in the movie, actress.
The worst one, really?
Yeah, she was like stuck out. Like I don't know why. Like I couldn't take anything she was in seriously.
I found
also
the Asian kid the most like he's
okay, yeah, you might literally be right
a
because
little over the top.
I know nunchucks like stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. See, I blocked that on my head.
Make Street Fighter reference. But yeah, I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, when so much convenient moments. Like literally, is Philadelphia that small where just everybody's there at the same time? Like the bullies are on the Ferris wheel conveniently at the same time they have to hide.
I never thought of that.
The sister's about to get hit. Literally, the sister's about to get hit by a snowplow the moment that Shazam turns around at this one specific location that he has enough time to think, hey, I gotta save her. And it's also conveniently the time that she got rejected from college so that they could talk about
Well,
that.
she got accepted.
Accepted. Yes, she
It
got
wasn't.
accepted, but she
It
did not
wasn't
leave.
just then though. Like I think she was walking. In the movie's defense, she had been. She was just distraught. Like I don't
Yeah,
think
I
it was
get
right
that, but,
there.
like,
I think she was just.
I know, but literally that Shazam's at the same moment at the same time to see the same reactions. And
Yeah, no, I
negative.
understand. When I saw that in the trailer, I didn't even.
They showed that in the trailer? Oh my
Yeah, but I
gosh,
didn't
dude.
even. No. They just showed him rescuing someone. I didn't even realize that was her. Oh, but
Yeah. Are any of these foster kids characters from the comics? I'm curious.
all of them are. Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's an actual thing. The family of Marvel. That's their name.
Oh, so they all
Marvel
have powers
family
and stuff,
Marvel.
okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who was that caterpillar guy?
Yeah, I was at a loss for who that was as well. I don't know anything really about Shazam besides I know a lot about Black Adam. Like I know everything about his backstory, who is his Joker. Like it's his most iconic villain.
Which I'm amazed they didn't have anything with that. Like,
yeah.
Dwayne was apparently on there and stuff. Like, nothing. You know.
To me, that was, yeah, I don't know. I was hoping that's what the after credit, the last one was gonna be.
Yeah.
This
Also,
does set it up really well though, like because you see that there's mass hysteria of the wizard trying to give his powers off. So at some point he does give this to I'm blanking on his name. Tech Adam. Yeah, I think that's his name. Now I'm blanking, but yeah. Anyways, he has the same powers as him and everything, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about. I don't think he could handle a movie on his own.
Who? Rock?
The Black Adam. No, the
Black
character.
Adam
Just
as
the character, because it's just the same
he's a
thing
villain,
as yeah. He does have good motivations and everything, and it's super interesting about all that stuff. But
you know they're going to do that stupid thing where they make the villain the hero.
Yeah. Which I don't know how that works with. Supposedly, the rumor is that Shazam and Hawkman and Hawkgirl will be the villains, or sorry, the heroes in that movie, in the Black Adam. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, it was so funny because when they showed the prison.
Oh, I know.
My cousin was like, "There will be carnage," and I'm like,
"No,
yes.
What I wanted was Lex Luthor," but I'm like, "No, he broke out."
But then, yeah, in my mind, I was like, "Yes." Lex,
I was so excited,
please,
Justin.
Lex, show up, Lex, please, I need you.
I know.
Why is every freaking post credit in the prison? They still keep up this tradition.
Yeah. And also, why didn't he open the door if he's writing all the symbols? Wouldn't he have activated the door to go to the thing? Oh, I didn't answer your question.
Okay.
Its name is Mr. Mind. It's his third most known villain.
Yeah. Nope. I don't think anybody in the theater knew who the heck that was.
I looked up
People
Shazam villains prior, and I remember seeing it, and I have seen the picture of it, but he's not even anywhere on my radar of, that's a DC villain I want to see in a movie.
Yeah, I was amazed. Not even you knew it, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was really... Okay, let's talk about the great stuff. The great stuff was all... First off was the convenience store scene, which I thought that I knew everything that was going to happen.
Uh-oh.
And that was... I loved that. That was hilarious.
I'm so sorry.
You didn't like it?
When I had to crap on it, yeah.
I thought that was great when he's just like, hang on, guys. We don't know if the suit's invincible or if it's him.
No, yeah.
Oh,
that was good.
Killed me.
That was good. But there was something that was annoying me. A
Okay.
few things. First off, this is when he discovers the powers, right? And before that, he saves that. Doesn't save.
Oh, right.
He thought the girl was getting pepper sprayed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I love how conveniently he looks to the left and there's an immediate crime that he has to save with the girl getting pepper sprayed.
Well, they're in a park at like midnight.
Because that doesn't... Dude, I drive at midnight all the time at 2 a.m. Nothing... I've never seen any crimes like this in my
Yeah,
whole
but
entire life.
we don't live in a world where Gotham City exists, where...
I don't know, man. It's like then there should be crimes going on every 5 seconds, okay? Because like literally the
You
one
don't
I
know
don't
how
think he's
long they
ever
were
has he
there
ever seen
for.
a crime before. I know we don't know. Yes, but it's like it's so convenient. But that didn't annoy me as much. Okay. It was it was a funny payoff because it was a twist. Oh, she's not getting robbed. Everything she's kind of creeped out. That was funny. And then literally the moment after they go to convenience stores and conveniently at the time they go to the convenience store it gets robbed by two masked gunmen. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so convenient in the plot. No pun intended because it's a convenience store. And then second thing is he's like, okay, yeah, you guys should shoot, or like they're talking and they're like, oh, you're bulletproof or whatever. And like what are the villains doing there? Just shooting there, just standing there, not doing anything.
No, he took away their
Like as they're
guns.
talking.
The one guy
What?
he took away one of their guns, and then
Mm-hmm.
he did something to the other one. Either did he run out of bullets or something? No, because
I
they
don't
both
know,
shot at
but
him.
he gave the gun back to somebody. I remember that.
They gave it back to him to shoot at him. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. They were just not doing anything. They didn't say anything. I don't think that those burglars talked at all. Besides the first time they walked in, and they willingly complied with what he told them to do to shoot him in the face after they saw that the bullets were getting off of his chest.
Well, they
I
didn't
don't know.
know.
It was
They
very
didn't know
weird.
either. Maybe that was gonna kill him.
Well, I don't know. All of that was distracting to me. Very distracting, in my opinion. But yeah.
I don't know. I disagree.
Again, more at the convenience stores.
I mean,
That's okay.
I don't know. Maybe
The
Philadelphia
beer part
in
would've
the
been funny.
DCEU is sorry, Worlds of DC is a very crime-ridden city. It's also
I know, but they
it's
have.
also Gotham
There's
City's
no
sister
other.
city right next to
Yeah,
Metropolis.
there's no other crimes in the whole movie besides the stuff that the main villain does in a specific area of the movie, trying to hunt down people.
Does he not do
It's
anything
like
else?
the world they set up. I mean, I don't think he kills the person in a private lab, yeah, but like no not vigilante, but no like low level crimes like that where they're getting stuff stolen. It's a stick up or whatnot. That was more of like he had a mission specifically to go hunt down Shazam, and that's why he was in that area. I don't know. It was a little bit jarring to me. That's why.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
But it is a movie, and they do need to do things like that.
I get it. I get that they need to do things, and I get that they need to have a villain and all this stuff. But like, it would be more unique if they just didn't. Like, that was another thing. This movie had the villain. I keep Savan, right? That's how you say it.
Savannah, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think every time they would cut to his scenes, I would just be like, okay, move on to the next. And I knew his story because they explained it again in the movie after the part I missed. But like, what do you think he was a strong villain? Is my point.
I think he had a good performance. Other than
I
that,
don't know. I mean, it was
I
like
don't know.
they took the boardroom part so seriously. Like, and it was just like I felt like, okay, this is like the CGI looked bad and stuff like that, and this is the whole rest of the movie's like
I know.
tone is so different. So
That
that's what I'm saying,
that
like,
also bothered me.
yeah,
Is that
like
they're normally, at least what I can remember, is my only experience that I've ever with the Seven Deadly Sins is that with DC Universe Online. Anyways, they're pawns or children of Trigon, who's Raven's father. So that got me excited when I heard they were going to be in the movie. And then they're also very colorful. And to have them all gray monsters, again, have you not learned?
yes. It's like this was like the guys from Justice League or whatever the heck they. I don't even remember
The
what were they
parademons.
even the parademons. They looked muted and stuff like that.
But they at least
And then they
had some color. But then they did
I don't
Steppenwolf, who
know.
had
They
none.
looked-
And then they did... before that, it was just Ares. Before that, it was Doomsday. Like,
they were all
learn,
like disposable,
guys,
crappy
learn.
villains.
I don't know.
It's annoying me. That annoyed me. Yeah, and like I said, I thought the villain was very uninteresting. I thought it was just like, okay, can we get to the next scene with the kids, with Shazam, stuff like that? Because I don't care about the villain's plot.
It
Because
felt...
it's so not in the tone with that.
It was really repetitive. Like, it was like... All right, we got the kids. Look at me. I've got you captured when it's just literally just me. You know what I mean? Like, it was just him by himself. And then they get recaptured by the Seven Deadly Sins. And then they get loose. And then they get recaptured. Then they get loose. And then they get the powers. It's just... It was it was thing after
Yeah.
thing after thing. It just felt, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it
That
was
that
because
ending
I
scene.
wanted to leave, but it
No,
just
dude.
felt really
The
repetitive.
like the movie kind of it like peaked in the middle sort of, and
It
then it
did
went.
peak
It
in
was
the
like a roller
middle.
coaster, and then like yeah, it ended really weak. Like I thought that whole ending in the carnival and stuff was just annoying and
People
just.
love that though. Like I'm seeing
Really.
everyone like the ending was so unique and like I love the kids and stuff
I
like
hope they're
that
just talking about the
and
credits were great and the little Superman joke was great, but you know.
yeah. I okay. Anyways, back to the great. I want to the tests that they were doing. I did not expect like it
Which
was
test?
like just to see the extent. I didn't that whole
Powers?
montage was it was so unique and I love the YouTube bit as well cuz that's more like it hits home.
Yeah, I was glad because they actually got YouTube right. Like I didn't see. I
Yeah.
was looking for errors. I'm like, okay, nope, that's it looked exactly like
And
YouTube.
it wasn't whatever Wreck-It
They
Ralph
got the
did.
upload part. Yeah. Oh, so much better. Yeah, dude.
Um,
So much better.
but I love that. I was in tears just like from laughter. Like that whole like it was nonstop of like great humor. Like it was smart to see them trying all these things. It was
Yeah,
just
that was fun because that's what they sold the movie on, and that's what I wanted to see more was, you know, this cool idea where it's like, what if a kid did become this adult and had these superpowers and everything,
mhm.
you know? And I feel like they didn't deliver on that much. They had it in that middle section, but then it was more of like the kid when they would have the kid on, he acted nothing like his adult counterpart, and I thought that made it so much less interesting, you know?
Yeah. I also think that the character in general works better as a in it. He's more interesting when he's in a team dynamic. Um,
What do you mean?
so like if he was let's say Justice League happened next year
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't happen before, you put him in there and like he's gonna be acting tough. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, like he's gonna be pretending that he's not actually 14 years old
Oh,
and
so
that
you're
he's
saying like he works better as part of a team?
yeah he works better as a part of a team and he can work solo, but I don't think that it was handled really well here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's what you're saying.
but like there was things that I never even like. I just thought they were great. Like when they went to the, when they were trying to skip school, that was really funny when he walked
When
out
they
and said Shazam and then came back in.
Oh,
Um,
that was funny. Yeah, that was
yeah,
funny.
there was a lot of great moments in here that I'm like, looking back, I really did love. Like there was a lot. There's a lot here. I felt like this reminded me of Solo. The feeling that I left with Solo was that I'm more excited about the sequel than I was about this movie. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm more excited for a sequel, but you know, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm more excited to see him hopefully interact with like Aquaman or other people, and even
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, but I don't think they're going to do that in the sequel at this point. I think they're going to hold off on like
yeah, I
these
know
team up movies a
Solo
little bit.
stuff,
Yeah,
but
so I don't know if I'm excited because it's like, oh great, we're going to have this villain again. He's coming
no,
back.
I do
And
want
it's
to.
boring.
No. They do that with every. Let me think. They did that with they tease stuff all the time with even Marvel. Like they get approached by someone else and then they never come back. So
Really? When have they done that? I didn't
at
know.
least with Justin Hammer, they brought
Did
him.
they?
They brought him back
They did
with
that with Justin Hammer?
one of the one shots with
Yeah, I remember he was in a one shot.
the
But I mean, did they
Mandarin.
tease the end credits with that?
Uh, okay, let me
Post
think.
credits? Am I missing?
Uh, what was Hulk? Was there something with him maybe? When they're like, oh, we got to put
Remember,
him
it was with
somewhere.
Robert Downey. Robert Downey at the bar.
I'm
Remember
trying to
Robert
think.
Downey
There
at
was
the bar?
something jarring where they're like, we're gonna store him somewhere, blah blah, blah, and then they never go back to that villain. Was it not
I'm trying to think.
Abomination? Maybe. Anyways, it doesn't
Maybe
really
honestly,
count.
or I
But
think it. Yeah, because I think it had Thaddeus Ross in it, right? No,
mhm.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Thunderbolt.
Yeah,
You
that's the same guy, right?
know.
Whatever it is.
Maybe I'm wrong. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I can't see them bringing them back.
I think they will. If this is well received, I think they'll bring him back. But yeah, I hope they don't because he's boring as heck.
I I think that he gave he played Sinestro
Yeah, yeah,
in Green Lantern.
yeah.
Um yeah, that was I don't know. I think he gave a good performance and I like the bus scene. That was fun.
Which bus scene?
When he electrocutes the bus accidentally and then he saves it.
Oh, that was actually an interesting. That was something interesting. I was like, okay, that's like that would have been that. Literally, they didn't need a villain. They could have made that like a conflict where he does he starts messing up stuff or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
he has to fix it or something. Like that was because I was like, oh, that I've never seen that where they accidentally mess up just by showing off in a way. I was like, okay, but
I
then
feel
again,
like
we
that's
went to,
happened
Civil
before.
War. Yeah, I guess with Civil War, when they were trying to save that one place from Crossbones.
Yeah. Didn't something
Yeah,
like that happen in Homecoming?
just by showing off. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Or I guess you're right with the ship maybe.
Thank
Alright, yeah,
you.
fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
probably
that's
with
what
the
it was.
ship.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
good
picture
point.
it.
Good point. I still thought it was interesting.
I also thought that like the testing of the powers, not just like the way that they did it, it was just strange to, because he didn't even know what his powers was. Like even when, I mean that's done obviously like with Spider-Man, but
Mm-hmm.
even if like you didn't, do you know what his powers are?
Uh,
Like did you hear what
specific
he
powers
said?
from
Yeah,
from the movie, what they showed. I
like the
mean, what the little.
acronym.
Oh yeah. They said something Zeus something something.
So it's Wisdom of Solomon, which it's interesting because a lot of people make fun of him in the comics. They're like, you're like a kid, like why aren't you act like you're so mature, Captain Marvel, like what are you doing? And I thought you had the Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom isn't just, it's like the only time that he really used the Wisdom of Solomon was to get greed, envy out of Savannah. Like that was, I think, the only time that he used his power of wisdom and his manipulation of words and all that stuff to do it. H Hercules, strength of Hercules. A something about Atlas, stamina of Atlas, which I feel like he didn't have stamina because he kept like I don't know.
Dude, I don't know if they explored any of those powers. Let's be honest. Like you said, I mean,
Well, yeah, they do. Okay, so Wisdom of Solomon, Strength of Hercules, he has super strength. Stamina of Atlas, I would say he's the only one that they didn't really do. The Speed of Mercury, Mercury is the Roman version of the Hermes speed. Courage of Achilles. And what am I missing? The power of Zeus, so electricity.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. I could see some of those.
What did they call him? Captain what was it? Something America?
Thundercrack. That's all I remember.
But it was something, it was on the YouTube video that they called him not Captain America. It was something like Flamerica or something like that. Or,
Really?
I don't know. It was really weird. I'm trying to think. What did you think of what did you think of the suit?
The suit?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cool, but like, people were laughing at it.
Yeah, in the thing. And he's actually that buff, eh? He's actually that ripped. It's not padding like Ben Affleck. He got ripped for that, which was like, I thought, like, good on him. Because they didn't even need, like, again, this wasn't even one that they had a shirtless scene. Because he can't really take it off, so. I don't know. What did you think of the message of family?
I mean, I felt like the kids were just a prop to be captured at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, beyond Freddy, of course. But, yeah, like, they were just, like, there when, it's like, we gotta have very small scenes about family, and then, oops, the villain finds them. But, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's also, I tend to not like things that are over hyped. And I think that this is unfortunate. Like, Wonder Woman, people also say is like this perfect film. And I'm like, it's not. Like, it was the first superhero female movie and all that. But, like, it has a lot of flaws.
Don't even say that.
Okay, it was the first. Barbed Wire?
Was that DC? Was that DC?
I don't know what Barbed Wire is. You mean Catwoman?
Catwoman
Catwoman was a superhero.
No, Barbed Wire.
I've never heard of Barbed
I'm
Wire.
not going crazy. Do you don't know Barbed Wire?
No.
I don't think it's a movie for kids for sure.
Yeah,
Barbed Wire.
From where?
Good, but
From what?
Let's see. I could literally get Dark Horse.
Oh, so Spawn or whatever.
Yeah.
What year did that come out? Before Catwoman?
96.
Huh. So
and
before Catwoman.
Supergirl. Remember Supergirl?
Yeah, there was also a Wonder
Crappy
Woman
movie.
movie. Wasn't there a long time ago?
I don't know if there's a one. Was there a Wonder Woman movie? There was a show.
I don't know. Anyways, I just don't think that, like, it doesn't deserve the praise that it's getting on. And I love DC, and.
Okay, I literally your tweets and everything made it seem like you loved the movie. So
I did. I loved it a lot, but I don't think that
you loved it a lot, but it's not like if you love.
Okay,
something,
listen, read what I said because I was very particular with it. Originally, I just put I liked it. I did love it. It was a lot of fun. I said I love Zachary Levi in the role. I think that he's perfect for it. And I'm happy that, and I said that I love that people are enjoying this movie.
A whole lot of fun. I'm really happy with it, and I'm glad people are enjoying it.
I'm glad that people are enjoying this.
Couldn't be happier right now.
Couldn't be happier that
That's a
people
big
are enjoying
statement.
it because that means that like that this
I thought
isn't
you were
dead.
saying like particularly with the movie. Okay.
That
See,
this
I've
that
read
it's
it
not
kind of
dead. That it's
I see.
yeah. But again, yeah, it was fine. It was fine. It was more good, but there was a lot of bad. Like the acting in the boardroom, I could have done better than them. Like it was so bad. The extras and everyone just outside of the main cast, I think was just I don't know. Anyways, any closing thoughts before we jump into whatever we're talking about in 2 weeks from now? No.
Interesting. I thought it was.
No.
I know it's shocking to hear that, but yeah.
I don't think it was. I think that this was like at least Aquaman had good acting. Visually, it was stunning.
It did? No way.
What was wrong with Aquaman's acting?
Remember the teenage scene?
Oh, okay. So 6 teenagers versus 1 teenager, I think outweighs.
No, you're right. You're right. Did this have better acting?
At least not from extras.
I don't know. I now I need to boil. I don't even know, which is not a good thing. But yeah, whatever. Anyways, closing thoughts. Sorry, I just like making sense of Aquaman. It's funny. It was 5 out of 10. Yeah.
5 out of 10. So the same as Aquaman.
Oh, did you like it better than Captain Marvel? That's a good one.
That's a good question. I don't know. I definitely laughed a lot more here.
I was gonna say that I was more entertained with this movie, at certain segments I should really say. But then both of them
Both of them were.
like boring third acts and boring first acts. It's like kind of like I don't know, man. Just give me Endgame already. Gosh darn it. Give me Endgame, please. Yeah, that's all I want. Yeah.
The other thing, I just thought of something because what you just said was that, so originally he is Captain Marvel. I don't care what other people say. He is Captain Marvel. I was watching Young Justice, and it's interesting to hear him being called Captain Marvel prior to them giving over the name to Marvel.
Yeah, what happened with that? Can you explain that whole situation if you know it?
I think it's just DC decided to name him Shazam because people were confused by, wait, he's Captain Marvel, but he's over here with Shazam, or sorry, with DC, and.
See, I thought there was like a legal battle or something.
No, I don't think there was anything legal. It was just they decided to do this because DC had the name first prior to Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that.
So legally, I don't think there's anything that Marvel could say. Hey, you can't use that name. Marvel's not even, like, it's not. You can't trademark Marvel. You can trademark Marvel Comics, not the word. Anyways, so it was interesting in this that he could never say his name, like, you know, like I'm Superman or I'm Batman, whatever. Like you can't. He can never say I'm Shazam. It's.
Why not?
Because he turned into Billy Batson.
I was like, why aren't they naming him Shazam?
Exactly.
Right.
So the whole time I'm thinking, like, when he's being interviewed and they're like, I expected him to say, what's your name? And then, like, he couldn't say it. I just
That's
thought.
literally probably going to be a plot of like the second movie. That's a good idea.
Hmm. I thought it was interesting. That's never really happened before. Like,
That's a good point. No,
like the
that's a good point. I mean,
Flash.
there's some movies where they don't
who,
mention the name of them.
Well, the only one is Captain Marvel that they've never directly
No,
said.
there was a few. Like, they never mentioned the name Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming. They never mentioned.
Oh, in terms of villain,
Wonder Woman
yeah,
Wonder
they
Woman.
never, they never
Did they
called
say
him.
Wonder Woman? I don't. I think they didn't say Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman. Like I remember that.
Feel
was
like there
the
might have been a
one
jarring
together.
line. I don't know. But with, I don't. Yeah, but they never call him. Oh, there's Yellow Jacket. It's just the Yellow Jacket suit or whatever. Even
Yeah,
Ghost.
I mean,
Did they
that
call
one I
Ghost in? I
Did
don't
he
even
say,
remember that
Doctor
movie.
Strange? Wait, did he say
Yeah,
Doctor
I'm
Strange?
Doctor Stephen Strange.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
And we're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it
Did he
was.
say I'm Spider-Man? Yeah. He did say
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Do a backflip. Yeah.
But yeah,
This movie reminded me of Spider-Man: Homecoming a lot. I don't know if you had those feels.
I at times like the high school stuff, and yeah,
Do you think that was a better movie?
I think that this is a better movie than the original Spider-Man, as well as the other two Spider-Man movies. So
I don't know about the originals. We gotta rewatch those.
I can easily say
Haven't
that
seen
they're
it.
better.
The originals are like.
I think that they're held up at this pedestal. That
I know. I gotta rewatch them because you're probably right. You could be right. I don't know.
But again, maybe it's just me. I don't want to see a 40-year-old trying to play someone in high school. But you know what's interesting? Hang on. Perfect analogy. Perfect. Right here would be Zachary Levi trying to play Billy Batson in high school.
It's not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad. You're okay. It's not. He wasn't. I think Toby was what, like
Early
his 20s when he did
30s.
Spider-Man?
Early
He
30s, I
was
think.
not, was he? But it looked like a college kid.
How old
It didn't
how
look
old
like a
do you think
freaking
is Zachary
40-year-old.
Levi?
Him. I mean, I'm sure he's older than he looks. He's like 30. He looks like he's 30. He's probably like 40.
He's
He's been
38.
around for a while. Oh, okay. There you go.
But I think that was around the age that Toby was in the third one. I could be wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna find out.
But I feel like I've made this argument before a lot of times with other people, and it's just he looks so old. So does everyone else there. Also, why was
Wait.
why was the youngest girl with them? Was it a joint school, elementary and
Hold
middle
up.
school? Because that bothered
Yeah, I know,
me.
that surprised me. I was like, huh, she didn't even. Oh yeah, it was like interesting. But wait,
2002.
30. He was 20. He was 27. Ish. Yeah. Quick look.
27, playing a
Yeah,
teenager.
well, he was in his
Tom
20s.
Holland
Yeah.
is what?
Yeah.
21
Yeah, I get it,
now.
I get it. Yeah. But that's not. That is. It's a weird part, but it's not like. I think it's consistent. I mean, like everybody looks like they're old and stuff. So.
Yeah,
It
that's
looks
what I
like
mean. They had to make the whole high school look like they were all in their 30s.
Yeah, but that was like, as long as they did that and it looks consistent, I'm fine as a thing. There's so many other good things about the movie that it's not like a big deal to me. Yeah,
I don't agree, but we'll do the 3 leading up to. We'll talk about 1 movie per week leading up to. Well, maybe we'll do 5. We'll do 5. We'll look at the other 2. You don't want to look at the other 2?
I don't know if I could do those. Maybe we'll see. That's a hard one. But that might as well do 6. I mean.
Well, I mean, we have nothing but praise to talk about that one. It's not as fun. But yeah, no more Shazam.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, I don't remember what we said, so yay Shazam, or
Yeah.
nay for you, and
Shazam,
more
I don't
yay.
know.
I don't remember. You gave it a 6 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Sorry.
5 out of 10, and I also changed my Captain Marvel rating to a 5 out of 10 as well. They're both on the same level.
Yikes.
Some excel where others don't. But yeah.
Wow. Well, let's just quickly talk about the box office. It made 53 million opening weekend, which is the lowest in the DCEU. Sorry, the Worlds of DC. But the second lowest. Which one do you think it is? Second lowest opening. Out of the 7 films we've gotten.
Justice League?
Nope.
No.
It's okay. Guess again.
Man of Steel?
Nope.
Wonder Woman?
Nope. It's gonna shock you. It's Aquaman. It's Aquaman with 67.
Aquaman
And
made
it
67?
went on to become the highest grossing DC film and beat out a lot of the other Marvel, some of the other Marvel box offices.
That is shocking to me. But how much did Aquaman do domestic?
335.
335. Huh. That's high. So that was like a long leg one, you know?
Yeah. So to me, I'm looking at Shazam here. I'm like, 53. It's not that great of an opening comparatively to some of the other ones, but critically, this is getting a lot of love still. We're 2 weeks afterwards. People are loving it, and so I can see it not obviously making as much as Aquaman, I don't think. Especially because, unfortunately, it has Avengers
That's
to
what I was gonna
fight
say.
up against in 2 weeks.
I would say it would have long legs, but Avengers is going to kill it.
Yeah.
And then what? Isn't Aladdin after Avengers or some crap?
It's in May, I think, yeah. Dumbo, I've just came and went.
Oh, by the way, oh yeah, gosh, yeah, oh yeah. What did that?
It had... Oh, speaking of which, sorry, if you don't mind, can you look up the Rotten Tomato score for that? I think it was 40 something.
40 or something, yeah. It was like...
Because I remember... Oh, was that an
47.
off-air debate that we were having about the scores? I think it was.
Yeah. That was with the DC.
But
I think I don't even remember.
Yeah, so that's the lowest rated or anime or live action, sorry, Disney film.
Yeah.
So far.
By the way, we also have Dark Phoenix in June for superhero movies. I forgot about that.
That's what we had to talk about. Was the whole spread of 2019. How crazy that was.
So crazy. So much garbage.
To see it, like the Disney plethora, like filled with like New Mutants and the Spy, whatever.
What is it called? Stubber. Yeah, Stubber, my favorite Disney movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Tolkien.
Yeah.
And there's just so many things.
Spies
like it's
Spies.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
But yeah, I mean, it was just a crazy picture. But yeah, the box office and stuff. I mean, I could see. I don't know. I gotta see if Endgame's gonna kill it. Like, that's really the question. And also, did it do good in China?
Worldwide, it's at 158.
Oh, then that's not terrible. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's good. I think
that's
good actually.
Worldwide so far.
I actually think that's good. I don't know. I don't look at worldwide openings, so.
Yeah, no, this is just the first weekend. So,
yeah.
Because I don't even think the Thursday night might be a part of. I'm guessing it is, total worldwide and everything. But.
Well, it opened higher than Lego Movie 2.
I mean, that's not very hard to do, unfortunately.
Sadly.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't. I just saw something. Joker trailer features a nod to another Batman villain. What could it be?
Great.
Who knows? But yeah, this is interesting. I wonder. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it does. I unfortunately I don't think it can do very well with everything that it's about to come up against.
I love how there's nothing opening against Avengers Endgame. Like, usually you'll have like a crappy kids movie. You'll have
is there nothing at all?
There's literally nothing. Like, everybody's scared as heck.
Yeah, well, so I think I said this somewhere, but I think it was on a stream. We only have one site here in Canada to buy tickets, and it crashed it right away. Immediately,
Wow.
People trying to get Endgame tickets.
Wow.
And when we were trying to buy them, it just sat on the screen for like 3 or 4 minutes until we finally got to the next one, and then we clicked our tickets and then waited again, and then the next and the next, and we weren't even sure if we were getting it or if the site was down. Like, it was insane. Yeah, I don't know. That's I can't wait for this. Like, watching all the other movies.
The DC fan comes around finally.
No. DC's better still, but
yeah, sure, whatever you say.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. Like, I haven't been this excited for a Marvel movie, I think, since the second Avengers, which let me down.
You weren't hyped for Infinity War? Dude, that trailer
No.
I've watched a billion times.
No, I wasn't very.
Really?
I like, not as much as I am now. I'd say.
Mm-hmm. I
I don't know.
I don't know if I was more hyped for Infinity War than Endgame, but I mean, I'm very hyped for Endgame. I've
At
never
least for
none of the
this,
trailers I've rewatched a billion times for Endgame. Like,
right?
yeah, what were you gonna say?
For this, at least, though, I think even going into the last movie, I think I knew like whatever happens, like there's no stakes, which kind of takes away from it. Like this, and I've been watching. There's been some slip ups with cast members and stuff saying
All
I
right,
won't say
don't say
who, but
anything, please.
I won't say who, but just some people saying like it's been a long journey and whatever.
I think I
Like,
know, but I think some of
it's
these are carefully planned. Like,
no,
I
like you
personally do
should
not.
see some of the directors like just like turn and look at them and give them this look of like you need to stop talking right now.
All right, well,
and they're like, oh,
I will say this and do not respond to this, but
yeah.
well, okay, yeah, I would say respond to it if you don't know spoilers, but then if you do respond,
I don't
to it, you
know
do
spoilers or
whatever.
anything.
But
It's
I don't.
just
I think that everything with Chris Evans is literally fluff. Like he's the most obvious one to die, and I don't think he's going to die because of that. That's
you
my
think
thing.
he's more obvious than Tony?
I think him and Tony are the most obvious, but I don't think. I think Tony has the potential to die, but I don't think Captain America will die, because he's the most like Chris Evans. Like, oh, I'm signing off, whatever. I think because of that, like that was all planned, like from the beginning, for him to say that, because there's no way he could say all that stuff.
To throw off people. You're saying,
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking at May.
but he also could be able to say all this stuff because he doesn't care that he's leaving.
Yeah, but how much money Disney has on him, hush money and stuff, I don't think he. I think he has to care. But yeah, so it's Endgame. Then like the next week, Ugly Dolls. Like nobody's gonna whatever. And then
I don't know
Pokemon
what that
Detective
is.
Pikachu is 2 weeks after Endgame.
Another Warner Brothers one, which will be if it's 2 weeks prior. What does that leave it to?
It's
Is
like
that
every
the same week
well,
as Endgame?
What? Wait, what were you gonna say?
What's 2 weeks before
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
And every 2 weeks there's a big movie because it's Endgame, Pokemon.
No. But so if they're doing the 2 week early premiere again, because it's a Warner Brothers film.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. I don't think they're going to do it for Detective Pikachu. And I actually
You don't
kind
think
of
because
hope
of
they don't,
Avengers?
because I probably won't see it. I want to see it with my family first. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. And then like 2 weeks after that's Aladdin. Oh, then I guess the week after Aladdin is Godzilla, so that kind of ruins it. And then the week after Godzilla is Dark Phoenix. And the week after Dark Phoenix is Men in Black. Then the week after Men in Black is Toy Story 4. Wow, that's like
The week after or 2 weeks after? You're saying?
the week. Literally, it's like
Literally weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like after it goes Aladdin, Godzilla, Dark Phoenix, and Secret Life of Pets 2, which will make money, unfortunately. And then Men in Black, and then Toy Story 4. And then
what?
There's a break. Annabelle Comes Home. I mean, that's going to be a big movie, unfortunately, but whatever.
And then Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And then Stubber by Disney themselves. And then R-rated movie by Disney. And then The Lion King and Tarantino's new movie. Then Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, which we'll have a CMF draft for. Then Artemis Fowl. Angry Birds 2. And Playmobil opens the same day as Angry Birds 2.
Oh, that's interesting.
We're going to see Playmobil, right? Playmobil.
Are we?
I thought you were going to, so I'll see it. If you're Pops.
I don't know about that, but maybe definitely not opening day.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh man, wow, that's crazy. That there's something every single week.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big yikes. All right. Moving on to the questions. If you guys have questions, you want to leave them down below. We will answer them because we will. There was one question. Oh, where is it? Now I lost it. I will just say what the question is. Thoughts on the CW Flash show? Justin, what are your thoughts?
Dude, I love it. I actually did see the first episode, like the pilot way back when it first came out. I was like, I could get into this. And I was like, I'm not going to get into this. And that was it.
Why? You were excited about it?
It looked stupid. Like, no offense. Like, the animation looked bad, and it just looked stupid.
Oh, it's a TV show.
I know. Well, yeah, that's the thing. With a lot of these TV shows, when they try to do a higher budget idea, it just doesn't work for me.
Mm-hmm. And that was by Spider Dennis. But, so you liked it, though, you said?
No.
And then...
I liked the idea of it. I was like, a Flash TV show sounds cool, you know? I like Flashpoint, you know, that whole idea, but it was just like...
And then you saw it, and you're
Yeah.
like, no thank you.
I don't think I made
Not
it
for
halfway
me. Really?
But but that's just
I don't even think he gets his powers until halfway.
No, I saw him running. Whenever he
You
was
saw him running in the
yeah.
crappy, not even with his final suit.
Yeah, no, I swear he had a suit on. Okay, then maybe I made it farther than I think. When does he get his suit? Is it like another episode?
Last 5 minutes.
Okay, then I guess
Last
I saw.
10 maybe.
Then I must have seen the whole
Tops.
thing. I mean, I must have seen it. I saw it a little bit after, and I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, it's going downhill. I think along with the rest of the Arrowverse, the only things redeeming them for me right now, and the only reasons why I catch up to these shows are the crossovers. So I have no interest in catching up with all 4 of them right now. I'd rather watch the Marvel movies.
Yes, Marvel wins again.
So yeah. I don't know. It's sad, but yeah, Flash has gotten boring. But supposedly there's new people coming in next season, so hopefully they'll fix it and get up to where it used to be.
So you haven't caught up with it?
Oh, I'm caught up with the Flash, but everything else I'm 1 or 2 or 3 weeks behind. So the only one that I'm actually caught up with is Gotham, and Flash, but Gotham.
You know, I did watch the first 2 seasons of Gotham. That one was like.
No, I agree with you. The first 2 seasons are hard to get into.
Because my family still watches it. Like all of them watch it, and then I'm like the only one who doesn't watch it.
Yeah, like now, like it's incredible, and the last season as well was just. It's at the peak of its game. It's weird, because I'm going to the later showing of like that Thursday is just gonna destroy me emotionally, because I have put 5 years into this show.
Alright, so spoiler warning. What do you think they're gonna do in the last Gotham episode? Like, what is it gonna be so emotional? Like what?
Oh, just everything gets me emotional with TV shows and movies.
Well, what are they building up to? Like, what do you think they're gonna do?
Well, so the final, the one before Endgame, the week before that, is gonna be the final episode set in the present. In the final episode, they're doing a time jump, where he is literally going to be Batman, and he is going like the Joker's there. And they can't call him that, but like he's like final form, and Penguin's there in like a purple top hat and suit. Riddler's in like a question mark outfit. Like they're just going for it. Like I can't believe it's happening. Like,
but so wouldn't you want to save all that for the episode though? You already know how all them look.
Well, yeah. Well, they're releasing trailers and posters and different things like that. Even prior to the season even starting, I think I saw the things. But I'm expecting a lot of twists and different things. But I haven't seen the Batman suit. Like, there's been crappy pictures leaked online of like him from behind or whatever. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with that. Hopefully, a great Catwoman suit as well. I'm hoping for. Bane's in the show, so I don't know how accurate they're gonna go.
Did they ever do a Metropolis
like that,
show or whatever the heck they were thinking of doing?
No, I don't know what's happening with that. I still have never seen Krypton, which is getting a second season. Like the second season's coming out
you not see Krypton?
Super soon. I don't have the channel, and I have too many shows on the go to care about Superman's grandfather. Like, who want? I don't know. I don't understand. And then they throw in like Brainiac and Doomsday into that thing, and they look great, but it's like it's Superman's grandfather. Who cares?
I mean, don't pirate it.
But yeah, and then Endgame, the end of the past 11 years. So it's
that one. You know, I mean, I saw. Did you see Iron Man 1 in theater?
No, the first movie that I ever saw. Well, I saw Captain America: The First Avenger at a drive-in theater in like the summer, so it was after it had already come out. And then Avengers was the first time I ever saw it in theaters.
Wow,
Marvel movie.
Yeah, no, I saw Iron Man the day it came out, and I saw it again like a few days after. So I saw it twice in theaters.
Wow.
Every time, yeah.
It's. I guess I'll. I don't know if I should talk about it yet, but
yeah,
it's interesting. What I thought were like my favorite movies of Phase 1 have vastly changed. Like I remember not liking some, and I'm like, this is actually like funny, and this has been a lot of fun, and it just surprised me. I'm not talking about Thor.
Okay. Iron Man 2. He's talking about Iron Man 2. Which,
I am
yes, Iron Man
100%
2.
talking about Iron Man 2. That I like it better than the first one. And
I don't know if I
that
like it
is
better than the
crazy.
first one, but I liked it better. I'd give it a good
I
6 or
find
7 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't know. The first
People are
one's
very harsh on it.
very. I don't know. I think the first one's really overhyped, and I think that it's great for its time.
Well,
The characters and the acting and everything. It just.
that's what for me that's like
Ah,
Avengers. And I think
no.
I like Iron Man 1 more than Avengers cuz Avengers I feel is overhyped and it's known for what it did and the iconic parts of it, but like I don't know, me personally, Avengers did not hold up, dude. Like that was
As
like
watching all six of them in the past like 2 days, Avengers is still my
it's
favorite.
still your favorite,
And
yeah, 'cause we'll have to
and it's not even like I'm looking at 'em like looking back at it, is it that special? Probably not. Like we have Infinity War, whatever. But like the shots of the helicarrier, like I just like that. It still blows me away. Like just I don't know. Some of the transitions and things, it's great. But Captain Marvel's right.
like Infinity War did Avengers way better in my opinion.
I disagree. But
Interesting. All
I
right.
still disagree.
I liked Age of Ultron better than the first Avengers, which you'll after you watch soon. Maybe you'll agree. Maybe you'll disagree. Age of
I don't
Ultron-
think anything's gonna touch Avengers for me.
Okay,
That's
fair.
still really special to me, and I think I can be biased about this. A huge part of that is the Lego sets.
What?
Um,
I mean,
the first
they're
wave.
nostalgic, but they kind of suck, man. Come on.
Yeah, but I have. There's a lot of things that went on when I got them that I still look back to, and just I don't know.
Nostalgia.
It's
Yeah, I mean that's
yeah,
me with like the
nostalgia.
Toy Story 3 sets, and yeah, for an
And
extent with those too. Like I remember,
mhm.
can you name each time you got each one? Like I could do that.
Yeah, I
With
can
Avengers,
name
yeah,
this with all the Marvel ones.
yeah.
Um,
Chopper Showdown was still my favorite of that wave though.
of the first wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I? I don't know. I think mine was the truck one with Iron Man, and it was strictly because of the Iron Man figure.
Really, that was the hardest one for me
I
to
love
get.
the
Dude.
Iron Man figure.
That one was sold out. I think that was the most popular set of that wave.
Really.
Yeah, because that one.
And I love the Captain
sold out
America one
everywhere.
as well, because I back then I was talking to someone on a stream, and I was still playing with Lego back then. Not as much, like I'm just like putting them on display now. Like those figures I still have, and they're so worn out, like the hands and different
Really?
things.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah,
Yeah.
those have a really special.
I mean, you know, they have a connection to the Just a Good channel because that was like the first new movie like the new movie toy,
right.
or I guess really those were the first new Lego sets I reviewed. I think it was because that was like the first wave. I remember I was trying to get them early and stuff like that, and yeah, like that
That's
was
crazy.
the Doc Ock Showdown too. Like that's so
I remember that in August. Yeah.
that was like I got that before anybody, and I made the news video before anybody, and that was like the first time I was like, well, my
Really?
channel's getting big. Like yeah. Those are super nostalgic to me. Oh my gosh. And those videos were so bad. I was like, hello, Jessica here. And they're like super dark and like, but you know, everybody starts with crappy videos. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I just found out that my phone case has been ruining the quality of all my videos.
Oh yeah,
so.
I saw that on Instagram and whatnot. Yeah.
But yeah, we should probably wrap things up.
This is like
'cause
the
I
longest
think we
episode
talked
ever.
about, yeah, for sure it will be, because we talked about Shazam, I think, for an hour.
Yeah.
And we've been going for a while, so yeah, an hour. Oh gosh. All right. Well, sorry guys. But yeah, I hope that you all have a great day, and we'll see you all in the next one.